ICP is back. Ice Cream Paradise, just off the State Road 32 I-65 exit, will be reopening in the spring under new ownership. Dominique and John Hunter grew up in the area and have many fond ICP memories. They hated to see it close, so they're taking a leap of faith to bring the Lebanon institution back. The Hunters share their journey on episode 154 of the Lebanon podcast, and it starts right now.
Welcome to the Lebanon podcast, highlighting all the great things happening in Lebanon, Indiana. Have an idea for an episode? Send an email to lebanon@lebanon.in.gov.
Hey everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Lebanon podcast. I'm Joe LePage, and I am the Community Development Director. Man, we are recording this episode, and it's like 64 degrees in February in Indiana. Craziness. It's kind of got us thinking about how great would it be to maybe, eat and drink something fun and sweet outside, perhaps. Maybe a place that's got an outdoor playground or something. We have the privilege on this episode, everybody, of talking to John and Dominique Hunter. They are the new owners of Ice Cream Paradise, located in Lebanon. We were worried it was kind of flatline there, but no, you guys are giving it renewed life. John, Dominique, thanks for being here on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us.
I've got to know, guys, how did this whole thing play out? Because being a Lebanon guy myself and having kiddos, seeing the sign of it closing, and there was a lot of, I wouldn't say tears, but it was a lot of sadness. How did this whole thing play out? What was it like for you guys?
So it kind of all started probably back last May. My mom randomly one day was like, well, I just think you and John should buy Ice Cream Paradise. And I laughed at her and told her she was crazy. And I've been in healthcare for the last 16 years. So that's obviously, business is not my scope of anything. And so then just couldn't stop thinking about it though, after she put the idea in my head, couldn't sleep, was thinking about it all night long. So I called her a couple days later and I was like, I don't know, were you serious about that? Do you think that's something we could really do? And she was so excited and was like, yeah, absolutely. Your dad and I can help you. And we think it'd be a great opportunity for you guys. It'd be great for the kids. And so we just kind of started looking into it, and it didn't really go anywhere at first. Got a little bit of information and then it just kind of stalled out. And then when he actually listed it for sale officially, I called one of my friends that's a realtor, and he helped us get the rest of the information, kind of got the ball rolling, and then just everything started working out and everything fell into place. And the whole time I was just kind of praying, like, God, if this is your plan for us, make it work out. And, if this is what we should do, then, help it be. And if not, then, give me peace whichever way and let me know what we need to do. And everything kept working. Everything kept going through. The financing went through, and, everything we were asking for. And so it just kind of all fell into place, and here we are.
John, what was it like because it sounds like it's kind of her side of the family that's scheming this thing.
My in-laws are great.
What's that like for you when she's like, I think this is something we need to investigate?
Yeah, she shocked me when she wanted to do that. It definitely was a big ordeal. I mean, we grew up both in the Lebanon area, so it was like we've always had times here, at ICP. Mm-hmm. So growing up, high school and all that stuff. So yeah, sitting for a year, and then we decided go for it because she wanted to do it. So I'm proud of it, proud as all could be for it. So. And
Dominique's, her expertise is in the healthcare field. What's yours?
I'm a laborer.
Okay, so I mean, this was kind of a labor of love for both of you. Was there a moment where you're like, yeah, it looks like all the lights are turning green. We needed to go on this thing. Was there a moment of you looked at each other and had like the movie moment that we see in those romantic comedies where it's like, let's do it. Let's go.
There was a lot of discussions on the back porch about it, and we just decided, let's go. Let's just see where it takes us. And it's been one heck of a ride. Ken Souter, he's been great. The old owner, he's helped us a lot. So it has been very emotional and just a lot of passion that he shows, how he made the ice cream and everything like that to show us how. And lead his legacy.
And Dominique, was that one of the things that was kind of a check in that box? The fact that the old owner who just didn't want to do it anymore was willing to help you guys out and kind of shepherd you along the way in this venture that you were contemplating taking?
Yeah, absolutely. That was actually one of the biggest things when we were looking into it, was that he would work with me and train me and help me learn, everything that he did, how he did it, put me in contact with his vendors, and just help us to, learn this business, because he's done it for 38 years and knows it like the back of his hand. And I was a nurse, so I don't know any of it. I loved the products and we didn't want to change anything. He's built an amazing business. It has a huge following. Mm-hmm. And so we don't want to change anything at all. We want it to be exactly how he had it. And so he's been gone above and beyond training me and helping me and kind of holding my hand through this process right now.
And the big question I have is the why. Why resurrect ICP? John kind of mentioned the fact that there were some memories there and you guys both grew up in the area and had some fond memories. Was it those things, what it would mean for area young people and their families, that type of thing, making memories? What was
absolutely.
it, guys? Okay.
Yeah, we don't want, we both grew up going there, and that was like the best treat that we got as kids was we got to go to Ice Cream Paradise and play on the playground and eat ice cream. And our parents, probably loved it because we left them alone for 5 minutes. And so it was definitely, we want our kids to have those same memories, and, our friends' kids and our community's kids to all have that memories and everything. So we didn't want it to die.
Yeah, and John, kind of a similar thing for you, wanting to have those memories being made for other generations like you had growing up.
Yeah, well, I love ice cream, so I mean, there's nothing I can't deny that I wouldn't mind owning a ice cream shop as long as I don't get diabetes. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of the pre-success already through the community is building this up, and the couple posts we've thrown on Facebook, it just town wants it back. And so with the town growing and everything like that, it's wonderful that the kids will always have a place to go to enjoy ice cream and play on the playground and just kind of make the same memories that we did as a kid. Lebanon doesn't change so much. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never.
Yeah. They, so that's why we're not changing anything. Yeah. And it's something that you can always have a fond memory of. So
everybody, we're talking with John and Dominique Hunter. They are the new owners of Ice Cream Paradise, right off the interstate, a Lebanon institution, and we are all collectively so thankful that they're bringing it back. That was actually my next question, John. Was you guys have thrown out a couple posts, and it was when I shared it on our city's Facebook page, it blew up like crazy. People so excited to have you guys bringing it back. You had some positive comments from people, and
yeah, it was wonderful to see the excitement. It was a lot of my coworkers and everything said that we broke the internet when it come to
I don't doubt that
posting that. So it was kind of a secret because wanted to make sure everything went through. Like you said, it was last year and halfway through the year, so everything's, like I said, lined out, and it's been wonderful.
And Dominique, you are taking that leap of faith, not only with this new business along with John, but you are this will be your full-time job. This is it.
A couple of weeks ago was actually my last day with them. I've been there since I was 18 years old. So it was a very emotional Friday when I walked out. And so this is definitely a huge leap of faith. And it's been encouraging to see the town's excitement. And we're excited to, bring that back to them. But it's a big change for us. And so we need it to be successful. We want it to be successful. And we're excited to get it rolling, get everything going.
So what has happened since we saw the for sale sign and then you guys got in there and started doing some things? What kind of, I know there's been the education piece with the previous owner, but other kind of growing pains, surprises, fun little nuances along the way that have been interesting? Anything, or has it been? It's
been pretty smooth sailing. Really, we haven't had awesome. Any, I'm sure they're coming, knock on wood, but not too many bumps in the road yet. So that's been really encouraging and helpful.
Ken really invented the wheel on that ice cream machine or ice cream process, and he's been nothing but great. So he calls, they answer, and it's like, here's the new people, and it comes right in. So I mean, it's like the door never shut. So that is a very exciting and promising view with the vendors and everything of that nature.
And I know I would be remiss if I didn't ask. The goal is to open here pretty soon, to bring that thing back here pretty soon, right?
Yeah, so we don't have a date set yet, but our goal is the first week of March. Now that could change depending on, if we get a big snowstorm or
sure.
we can't get some of the supplies in or something. You just never know. So we don't really want to set a date and then have the town, knocking on our door and we don't have everything we need or something. So we're hoping, though, the first week of March.
And what's it going to be like for you guys once that happens? Have you kind of thought about that yet? What it's going to be? The picnic tables, I think, are still kind of arranged in the playground area like they usually are when it's out of season. What's that going to be like to set things out, to be able to open back up and to be able to see those smiling faces of, yes, I'm so glad you brought this back, that type of thing?
Oh, I think it'll be so exciting and so encouraging, and just it'll give us that reassurance that, yeah, this was the right decision. This is what we were supposed to do. And it's just really encouraging to see all of that.
And from a staffing perspective, or I know there are a lot of young people that are there. It was one of their fun summer jobs and part-time jobs, that type of thing. Very, very similar framework with that?
Yeah. So Sherry used to work with Ken for years, and he actually stayed in contact with her and put me in contact with her. So she's coming back, and her and I have actually been working all week on interviewing people and getting interviews set up. And we've had a great showing of applicants and have had some wonderful kids apply and interview with us already. So that part's really encouraging, because that was kind of one of our biggest fears, and that was one of his issues and why he didn't open the last year. He had like 2 kids that were wanting to come back from the year before and only had like 2 or 3 applicants, and he was just like, I just can't. I'm tired and I'm ready to retire. I don't want to mess with it. So that was one of our biggest fears with opening it was, are we going to find staff? And so far, we've had a great turnout with applications, and the interviews have been wonderful.
And all the roadblocks, all those things, look on your faces, aren't like a couple people that are going through all this stuff, this drama. There's kind of like not only an acceptance, but a kind of a labor of love, a joy along with it. Is that kind of?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun. It's been exciting, and we really haven't had the stress. And everybody says owning a business is a headache, and I even told John the other night, I was like, I haven't had the headaches yet. Yeah, I'm tired and I'm learning a lot, and by like 5 o'clock in the evening I feel like my brain's fried. But I was like, we haven't had the headaches yet, and I know they're coming, but that's all right. We'll take them when they come.
And John, have you told your in-laws that they were maybe right by taking this leap of faith? I know you're telling me you love them all the time, but have you told them?
No, it's been great. I mean, they've been so helpful with us, and like I said, they're going to help throughout the whole thing, and they're just wonderful people. So, I mean, they pushed us, and we're just going to go run with it. So,
and okay, the goal is everybody for the ICP Reimagine with Dominique and John running the helm there, the Hunter family. You got to ask you though, John, you're a big fan of sweets. What was your favorite thing on the menu growing up, and what are you looking forward to bringing back and sampling some more, as the new owner of ICP?
Just the vanilla Diet Cokes. That's all I want. Everything else, anybody else can have, but vanilla Diet Cokes.
The taste and also the shape of the ice. I mean, all those things are...
the ice makes it. So, yeah, that's what I told her. I said, we bought a really expensive ice maker. That's all we did.
Dominique, do you have something on the menu that's like your go-to? That's the one?
I mean, I loved everything there, but I always loved the raspberry lemonades. I loved the barbecue nachos. Those were my favorite. The flurries were always so good. So, I mean, there wasn't really anything there. I never had anything that I didn't like. So,
well, we are looking forward to you guys coming back and updating us on ICP's success later on. Hopefully you won't be strangers here on the Love in Lebanon podcast. But thank you from us as Lebanon residents, but also the town as well for resurrecting this. Really appreciate you doing that and then being on the podcast too.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having us, and thanks all of Lebanon for your support. We're really excited, and we're glad everybody's excited too. Again, mark your calendars, everybody, or just be ready, be stalking, be like Lebanon folks have been known to do. We'll keep driving by like a stalker, making sure that it's open. Early March is the goal, and we all know things happen, Mother Nature and otherwise, but we will be out there supportive of the Hunter family and Ice Cream Paradise as well. So thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Love in Lebanon podcast, and more episodes are coming your way soon. Take care, everybody.